Hi everyone and welcome. This is Christmas Eve today, and here in Atlanta we have some really crazy weather going on outside. I mean, it's like 70 degrees. We've had loads of rain, lightning, thunder. We have flood watches in effect today, and just some crazy things going on. So it's definitely an inside day today. So I've been sitting in here sipping on some of my homemade wine, and decided to make this part 2 video of last week's video. Now, last week's video I went over on how to use Codebreaker with your backup PS2 games. Now this part 2 that I'm about to make is going to be going over on how to create custom directories using your Codebreaker tool. I've got like 80 something games on my hard drive here that I boot up on my PS2. And I have like I think 69 or 70 DVDs that I boot up on my PS2. So I use both. So what I do, I take the Codebreaker file, and I'll create 2 different directories on each one of them. One to boot up from the USB and one to boot up from the DVD. So or ESR program. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna be going over with you today. So let's go ahead and get started here, shall we? All right. All right, guys. First thing is first, we're going to open this Codebreaker folder up here, which contains our Codebreaker 10.zip file, and we're going to extract one of our Codebreaker 10 files. What we're going to do, we're going to rename it. Not necessarily the whole thing. We're going to keep the Codebreaker 10 there, but what we're going to add to it in parentheses is USB, because this is the file that I'm going to patch to boot up my games off, my backup games off my hard drive. Okay. So once again, I'm going to extract another Codebreaker 10 file, and I imagine you guys see where I'm going with this. We're going to rename it. Not exactly going to rename the whole thing, but we're going to add in parentheses DVD, because this is the file that I'm going to patch to boot up all my DVD games. Okay. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to patch our, we're going to go ahead and start up our Codebreaker patcher. Alright, so these are our default directories right here for our patch. Now, I'm not using the HDD, nor am I using the MC0. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to reconfigure this path here up to the boot folder, and what I'm going to do, we're going to open up my hard drive here. Okay, now we got our mass storage here. All my files are under my my PS2 folder here. So the first part of our directory is going to be named PS2 /. Alright, so we're going to go into our PS2 folder. My second folder is the binaries folder. Now, I was told to create this folder when I soft modded my PS2. This is not something I just come up with, but like I said on YouTube, I was told to create this folder on my hard drive. So I'm going to go into it. This contains all my ELF files, and here's my PS2 loader for booting up all my backup games off my hard drive. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to highlight it and rename it. I'm not actually going to rename it, but just do that to highlight the name of this file to copy it. Actually, I need to rename this binaries at first, because that's the folder that it's in /, and then I will paste this file here. Okay. Now we'll go down to patch, and we're going to, and again it wants you to select a Codebreaker 10 file that's going to be overwritten. We're going to hit OK, and we're going to use the USB version 1 here. We're going to open, and as you can see it says patched here at the bottom. Okay. So that's either that one. That one is patched. So now we'll move on to our next one. Alright guys, so we're going to open back up our Codebreaker patcher here. Alright. So now we're going to delete it up to our boot folder once more. We're going to open up our hard drive. Our first folder that our first directory is going to be PS2. First part of our directory is going to be PS2 / which is all my files are in. Once more, instead of going to binaries, we're going to this install folder. So we're going to create, for our next part of our directory is install / okay. Now we're going to go into our install folder, and we're going to look for this esr.elf file, which boots up our DVD. And we're going to rename, not necessarily rename, but just to do it, just to copy the name of this file, and we're going to paste it right in there just like that. And then we're going to hit paste. And we're going to look for our Codebreaker 10 file, the original one, which is right here. We're going to highlight it and hit open. Well, it mentions that it's already patched, but anyway, the file is patched. And now we're ready to put these guys here onto our hard drive. I'm just going to put them in my binaries folder where all my other ELF files are at. And now guys, we are ready to go down to the PS2, and I will show you how to set up a directory to create a menu for our Codebreaker 10. So if you'll follow me downstairs, we will get started on the next steps. Thank you. Alright guys, ready to get started here now. First thing I'm going to do is show you how to create a directory to create a menu like this right here, like at the NES, Super NES, Sega, and TurboGrafx 16. What you have to do is come down here to your free McBoot configurator, hit the X button to start it up. What you want to do is hit your O button, scroll down to your configure OSD system options and hit the O button. Scroll down one line to your configure item and scroll on over to your first empty slot, which is 19 on mine. You want to hit your O button. Hit your O button again to rename. I'm going to rename this Codebreaker. Codebreaker 10, in parentheses USB on this one. Just like that right there. Okay. Now you come down to path 1, hit your O button to configure your directory. You go down to mass and find your file, which mine is in the PS2 binaries, and Codebreaker 10 USB.elf right there. Hit the O button to configure the directory. Go to return. go to your next empty slot, hit the O button, hit O button again to rename. And this one right here is going to be Codebreaker. Once more. But this one's going to be, in parentheses, DVD. Just like that right there. Path 1, hit the O button. Scroll down to your Codebreaker DVD.elf. Hit your O button to configure. Go to return. Go down to return again. Scroll down to save CNF to MC0, which is going to save all your settings to your memory card slot 1. Hit the O button, and as you can see up there in the upper left hand corner, it's in red. That confirms that it has been saved to your memory card. Go down to the very bottom to your PS2 browser, hit the O button to restart. Whew. Man. So now we should be all configured. We're going to start off with the there's our two files there. We're going to start off with the USB, the Codebreaker 10 USB. I'm going to load it up. Now for the USB game, we're going to go with the Mega Man X. It should be done under the Mega Man X collection. That's some of my favorite games, the X series of Mega Man. It's pretty cool. So we're going to go down here. Alright, where are we at here? Okay, here's our Mega Man X collection. We're going to go down to the first one here. We're going to highlight it and hit right on our control pad. Infinite health, nah. We are going to have invincibility. We're going to keep that one. And we're going to keep pretty much all this other stuff here. Yeah, we'll keep all that other stuff. But we'll have invincibility and all of our weapons and everything. So we hit start. Go over to the disk icon, hit X one more time. That should boot us into our Open PS2 loader. And there we go. Right, now we're going to hit our O button, and we're going to find our Mega Man collection right here. Hit our X button to start it up. And remember, we highlighted the cheats on the Mega Man X. So that's one we're going to pick. We should have all weapons. We should have invincibility. Okay, here we go. Start. Alright, hit Mega Man X. Okay, here we go. As you can see, we do have invincibility. I can walk right through all enemies. And as you can see, we do have all the weapons, everything. We have all the sub-tanks down here. Everything. So, as you can see, it did work. And so we'll start off with the, we'll go with the DVD now. Okay? Alright guys, now we're gonna boot up our Codebreaker 10 DVD. And the game that I got picked out is Gradius 5. It's one of my best series. It's the Gradius series. So we'll go ahead and we'll do that. Alright. Now what I got here, let's see, Gradius. I got invincibility, and I got unlock all stage levels is what I got. So we're going to hit start, we're going to go to the disc icon, and we're going to hit X twice. That should boot us into our ESR patcher, which it did. But we're just going to install our DVD. Then we'll hit X to boot it up. It should go through its colorful debugging process real quick. There we go. Alright. Sometimes it can be a little slow about loading here, but anyway, let's get this a little centered back up here. There we go. Alright. Let's hit start. We'll just kind of zoom through this just to show you. Hit start.
Select weapon array. Type 1.
Alright. Here we go. Alright. As you can see, we are invincible, guys. So it does work. USB, also with the DVD, as you can see. So guys, that's all you gotta do. You just do a custom directory for your Codebreaker, and that's all you gotta do, guys. I mean, it works, as you can see here. So, thanks guys for watching, and I wish you guys luck and happy playing. Thanks for watching.